Hello everybody, this is Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Wait, what am I doing? Winner's Bracket round 1? Nah, let's go ahead. We're going to... This is not the correct size. Give me a sec. It's okay, I got this, okay? That was supposed to work like magic, and then it just worked like whatever happened there. Okay, watch everybody. This is magic. Da-da-da-da. Whoa. Scary. That's right, we have our first loser's bracket match for round 1. The rules are still the same with Iron GM. They had 3 people to choose from. However, whoever loses this match will be eliminated from the bracket. We will have our first person out of here. And let's go check out who the GMs are. Did I forget to make Crappy go somewhere else? I did. Welcome to my life. Crappy, just go where you've always been. Hey! So let's go ahead and check out who the possible GMs are. Of course, Iron GM Maho Sensei, Dowolf-chan, Ugu. We have Dowolf. The second person who could have been chosen was Iron GM Jack Sparrow Stunt Stubble. Is that what I really almost said? Stunt Double. Our friend Time Stalker. And finally, Iron GM. Just screenshot this dingus. It is our friend Tristan. Now, if they chose the same GM, that's who they got. And if they chose different GMs, they got the one that neither of them chose. So, our players, specifically Ellipsis Break, decided to go with Time Stalker. And our second player opted for Time Stalker as well, which means that Time Stalker has been chosen out of love to give a game out today. Time Stalker, come on in. I want to know some love. I want you to know that you were chosen out of love. Hello there.
Bro, how's it going?
Going great. How about you?
Doing okay. Had a good night last night, so.
Oh,
Saw
really?
a fun movie.
Oh, what movie?
Went to go see the D&D movie, Honor Among Thieves.
I've heard that was actually surprisingly good.
Oh, it was. I had a great time.
Good. I know literally nothing about it, other than it got made, and that's it. Yeah. So, Time Stalker, I know that we've been throwing around games to give out, and I know that the previous game was kind of given as a bit of a nuke. There's also the huge question, are any of the GMs going to be a little more evil than usual due to it being April Fools? Are you a cruel person today?
Well, they both chose me. And I decided that was to give them something a little bit better. It's still April Fool's, so it's going to be trolly, but this is one that's been on Kusog7ande before. This one was Kusog4, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this is Wardner for the Genesis.
It has been so long since we've had this. Yeah, you shared the screenshot of this with me, and you're like, this is the game. I'm like, what game is this?
Yeah, I forgot to put the name on there.
I'm like, what the crap is this? Wardner. It has been a long time, but I do know that one of the players for the match when we originally had it opted to, like, learn how to speedrun it, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, my first experience with this game was it got thrown into a shuffler with a bunch of other Genesis games, so that was fun to try and do this game when it's shuffling in and out.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine a little bit of that nightmare dealing with it. Like, still kind of fun, but, like, honestly, small doses of Wardner, you're not going to learn how to play this game. It's just going to show up, and you're like, oh, crap, it's Wardner again.
I had fun with it. Like, it's difficult to learn when you're swapping in and out, but I played it after. I enjoyed the game. It's trolly. And so I figured that's a fun choice to start with April Fools.
Yeah, I think that's decent. Well, we'll go ahead. I'm working on making sure that everything is captured. Again, when it comes to the bracket here, this is a double elimination bracket, which means that both of these players have lost one round. The person who loses the match for Wardner today will be eliminated and will no longer be able to make it to the end of Kusog7ande. By the way, thank you to everybody who has helped to support the stream, who has subbed, and who has... there are some who have dropped a little through PayPal. All of that helps to keep it supported, as well as help pay for the $2,000 worth of prizes that we have. It's honestly, I'm very grateful for all of you. And it's not even Thanksgiving. I can say I'm thankful still. I'm thankful, I'm
Never
grateful.
A bad day to be thankful for things.
I mean, except on Spite Day. I also feel like Festivus, that's probably a good time for you to be a little spiteful. It's a good holiday. I feel like we need more holidays full of spite.
Was that every day on Kusog7ande?
A little bit. By the way, occasionally you start cutting out a little bit, and I'm not 100% sure why.
Oh, I had to come to a new place. Let me just adjust my mic a little.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing work on my roof today, so...
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're like, I'm probably gonna have to go somewhere else in order to do commentary for the match, because yesterday was snowy. Actually, a lot of this week was snowy, and it's gonna be snowy a lot still. So I'm glad you're able to find a place where you could do this rather than at your own home. Oh my gosh, I recognize this music. It has been a long time.
The music's not bad in this game.
Like, it's not bad, but, like, just listening to this and remembering it despite remembering nothing else about Wardner, like, I feel like it's a sign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Cherry's saying this game actually looks playable, and I mean, it is playable. It isn't bad control-wise or anything like that. It's just, it was an arcade game. And so it is rude as heck, especially as you get into later levels.
Well, we've got Ellipsis Break against Willard J. Bradley playing Wardner. We are doing the countdown now, so what would be the best emotes to spam?
Dragons, treasure.
Oh, anything fantasy or D&D like is what you're saying here.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I see movement, I will go ahead and start our Tiner, whatever. Please spam your emotes, everybody, because we are beginning. Woo!
So, one of the first things about this game is that your shot is an arc shot, and that's usually a bad thing. But it's not high arcing, so it's still decent to use, but hitting anything in the long distance is really hard, and Willard's already dead.
Willard into the pit, another death. You know what? The first half of a match is usually learning the basics for how to play a game, and this game is a little bit tricky to play. I saw Ellipsis fall and die and immediately decided to reset, which I'm not sure if that's necessary, although if you have limited continues, it might be a good idea to do that. How does that work? Is this a game with limited continues?
It is. There's 7 continues, 4 lives each, and you'd think with 6 stages that might mean we'll see a clear. If we see a clear, I'll be shocked, because this game just gets rude. Now, Ellipsis has picked up the cape. This gives you an extra hit, but normally you die in 1 hit in this game.
Okay.
Your hitbox is your sprite plus a little bit more. We've got our first game over on stage 1 with Willard already.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about like resetting and going through the whole intro, especially if you're finding that this game is destroying you over and over again quickly. All you really want to do is put in the work to figure out how to make consistent progress. There's a timer on the bottom right of the screen, but right now that would not be my main concern at all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My main concern is everything else in this game. Holy crap.
Now, if you run out of time, it is an insta-death. You're probably not going to run out of time in most stages in this game.
This is brutal. I don't recall this. Oh my gosh, Willard made the jump! Oh, okay. Yeah, don't bonk your head. You bonk your head, you're dead. Maybe. Yep.
And he did bonk his head, so you have to go down almost all the way on the vines there, or you're not going to make it. The first one, you have to be up higher, and then everything else, you have to kind of jump from the bottom.
I forgot about the joys of this game. This is amazing.
Oh, it gets even better. I think once we get to stage 2, you're gonna remember the stage 2 boss, because it is the trolliest thing.
So, question, was the original release of this game called Pyros?
Not that I'm aware.
Because I'm seeing Pyros, Wardner, Wardner no Mori, Wardner no more.
Wardner no Mori is the one that is the Japanese release of this, and I could not find an English version of the manual on this, so I don't know if this was released in the US.
Well, thank you, Moby Games, for having the canceled US NES title as the main title for this game. I guess the Genesis title in the US was Wardner, and that supposedly it did get a release.
Okay, Ellipsis is on the first boss, and this boss isn't too hard as long as you keep it in a loop. If you let it wind up, it will charge at you, and it will not stop until you hit it again.
Ah, gotcha.
But other than that, it's not a hard boss at all.
Okay.
And you can shoot multiple times. You can pick up orbs that will allow you to increase your fire rate. The big ones will do it automatically, or if you pick up, like, I think 24 of the small ones, then you can increase your fire rate from 1 shot to 2.
So,
but you can. This boss does not have any iframe, so you can just spam the shot.
I remember this boss. He's so cute. It just goes up and down and shoots fireballs and kills you.
It's not really a hard boss. It's just it's.
Take your time.
If you're only shooting once at a time, it's going to test your patience. You really want to spam your shots at it.
Yeah, honestly, I can understand the hesitation, though, because, like, this game is extremely punishing if you do end up dying. You know, if you get hit, you die. You do not have extra health, as far as I'm aware, unless there's something you can get in the shop.
Yeah, the problem is you lose all your gold on continue. So if you game over right at the boss, you're not going to pick up any money, and you're not going to be able to pick up any item.
Oh, I don't like that.
You really want to start picking up the upgraded shot items that are the left ones, because they improve not only the they change how your shot fires, but they also make it a lot easier to shoot multiple projectiles at once.
Yeah, honestly, having a lot of continues might actually be a downfall for the players, because if they have 7 continues, that means that they may make bad purchases, and then when they get to the next stage, just kind of start getting walled a little bit.
Now we've got conveyor belts in stage 2, and the first part is not that bad. Willard's choosing to just avoid the bats instead of shooting them, but either way, it's not a really hard pattern to avoid.
Yeah. Oh, Willard thought that the background box might have been some sort of switch or something, and I would have tried to jump at it as well. I thought that it could be something rather than just background.
I mean, at least on continue, some of the things spawned there. Checkpointing this game is really generous.
That's good. Oh my gosh, Ellipsis is afraid of this jump, and I understand that jump's terrible. Woo! You know, the vines remind me a little bit of the old school Atari game, Jungle Hunt, specifically because there were times that you could get, like, either so far high or so far low on a vine that making the next jump was almost impossible. But at the same time, those vines were swinging. These ones are not. They're just very stationary.
And now we come to the main feature of this stage, and that's the saw blades.
Oh, yeah.
And these things are just obnoxious.
These
They
aren't...
block your shots. They go back and forth, and sometimes they cross over each other in later parts.
Willard is living dangerously. Holy guacamole. How many of these sounds are ripped straight? I swear, that sound is from Super Mario All-Stars, the ding ding when you collect
and
items.
Now we come to these crushers, and the timing on these, especially with your hitbox, is really tight.
Yeah, you have to jump before they're down.
Well, the thing is, if you jump too early or too late, your hitbox is going to hit them, even though it doesn't look like it's going to.
Gotcha. Willard
Steam is a little bit misdirecting on this because it's only dangerous for part of the time it's out. So you've got more time to get through that than you think. It's kind of the opposite of the crushers here.
Yeah. Do. I like this. Oh no!
Yeah, other than the cape, there is one other item that you pick up that gives you an extra hit, and that's the needle and thread. And I think that's only available in the stage.
True. Well, chat is correcting me. Mario All-Stars came out after this game, so if anything, Nintendo stole the item collection sound and used it for Mario All-Stars, which I'm gonna go ahead and say probably didn't happen. I don't know who plays Wardner and be like, you know what, I don't like that game except for that one specific sound.
And Willard's about to come up to one of the trollier devices in this game, which is the it's I'm trying to think of the word it is, but it's basically something you hang on to and it rides, but you can't jump off it. You have to hit down. If you jump, you're gonna re-grab onto it, and it's just going to kill you, like it did there. And then we get the saw blades with the conveyors. Zipline, thank you. Thank you. My brain would not come up with the word I needed.
Oh my gosh. The fact that you have conveyor belts and saw blades together, this is... I remember this now. This is evil. This is how evil
Yes,
works.
it is.
This was made by Satan himself, okay? Satan was like, yo, I gotta make a game for Kusog7ande, I guess, and it's gonna be this right here. No! Standing up too soon, Willard!
Yeah, Willard's running out of continues really fast.
That's fine. We're only almost 10 minutes in. Like, honestly, the biggest thing that you want to do in the first half hour when you're probably going to start the game over, you just want to learn how the game works. And if Willard can figure out a good timing for these saw blades, then the next time he makes it here, it's going to end up being a lot easier.
Yeah, he's just standing up a little too quickly. Like, your hitbox is so big.
I like the music. It's good stuff. So I'm might have... Fine, I guess I found the cover for the manual and not the manual itself. Let's see what I can do here.
The only manual I found was in Japanese. So,
I mean, I can believe that.
and Ellipsis is on to stage 2.
Very nice. Stage 2, yeah. Let's see, do we have any talking in Discord? Indeed, we do not. Both of the players are pretty focused on trying to make progress. I think Willard is going to have this one now. Oh, geez. I was a bit concerned about the rush there. Okay, this is bats and saw blades, but luckily you can kill bats. No conveyor belts. That's the big difference here. Okay, one bat down. Let's see about the next bat. I'm glad that you're able to shoot while ducking, because otherwise this would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already a nightmare, but that section was significantly easier than the conveyor belt, and a thankfully generous checkpoint right there.
Now, Willard's almost up to the second boss, and I'm wondering if he's going to be as confused as I was, because the second boss does not look like a boss.
Oh, yeah, if I remember this correctly. Okay, I think I remember.
Yeah, the fairy's nice because it can block projectiles and stuff like that, so it can take hits instead of you.
Okay, here we go. We've got this dragon playing defense here. Okay.
And most people, when they get here, are going to think the dragon is the boss.
I mean, it is. It changed the music. Okay, how about you stop spoiling that that's not the boss, huh? I want chat to enjoy what's coming. I mean, I guess it's sort of like dramatic irony here, because we're back to the music here. Oh,
and yep, Willard dies to the boss.
Don't touch the
it's
girl.
One of my favorite it's one of my favorite trolls in this game.
Don't touch girl. She gonna kill you. And that is the last continue for Willard. Back to the beginning of the game. Nothing but confusion here. Yeah, so people, we'll have to find out the mystery of why girl hurts later on, okay? Don't worry, we'll find it. Why girl hurts? Beelzebub, you're in this game? Well, get out of it! Stop it! I'm gonna bop you. Why are people in my chat also in this game? I don't like it. That's weird. But with that said, from what I've seen, I've found a little bit of the information here. You are not playing as Wardner. No, your name is Dover. And you are trying to save Mia. A boy named Dover and a girl named Mia are wandering about when they get lost in the forest of the sinister warlock, Wardner. Suddenly, a green specter comes and kidnaps Mia, leaving Dover to find her. There's your story, everybody. We've got a damsel in distress situation here. All ye damsels, no need to distress. We'll fix this, okay? His first name is not Ben, chat. Why would you even think that? Just like Obi-Wan's first name wasn't Ben. Come on. He lied. He lied to Luke Skywalker. Who, honestly, I would probably lie to Luke Skywalker as well. I don't really... Like, that guy, kind of a nerd. Definitely likes robots more than humans, which... same here. Same here. Depending on the humans.
Willard got hit by the lightning there. I was wondering if that was going to happen.
Aha! Yeah, I hadn't seen anybody get struck by the lightning until that. Actually, I think that, like, everything is synced up for Willard so that, like, I sometimes don't see the lightning, considering that some people stream at lower than 60 frames per second, or sometimes, like, emulation isn't great, or sometimes a tiny amount of stream lag will make it so that certain sprites just don't appear for the stream. Yeah, I hate that Steam. It is very unreliable, but Ellipsis got through the first deadly Steam. Let's see about the second one there, and it worked out. Yeah, that timing, bad game. However, if you get it right, it works. So the various items, of course, you've got the small crystals. Apparently, if you collect 16, you increase the number of fireballs that you can throw.
Okay, it was 16, not 24.
Yeah, it looks like it, well, per this guide. I don't know how reliable it is.
I just knew it was a lot when I was.
The large crystal, though, if you get a large crystal, that will that automatically gives you an extra fireball that you can throw. So large crystal's good. Small crystals, you have to get 8 of them in order to essentially collect a large crystal. Oh my gosh, the saw blades. Ellipsis break will hope. Oh no, Ellipsis, you got greedy. AKA, you might have accidentally stopped holding down for a second there.
It is so rude.
And
it really looks like you can't duck under these things because the saw goes straight through your hitbox. It doesn't hurt you while you're ducking.
Yeah, like... No, I wouldn't be too confused about the ducking. That makes sense to me. It does go through your hitbox, but...
It goes through your hitbox.
Your
The moment
sprite.
you stand up, your hitbox goes out where you would be being hit normally if you weren't ducking. It changes the size of the hitbox for the ducking sprite versus the. I mean, what I mean is wider. Makes it wider when you're standing versus when you're ducking. It's kind of odd.
It makes it wider when you stand up?
It sure looks that way because it doesn't look like it hits certain areas when you're ducking, but as soon as you stand up, you're in a hitbox of something that you weren't in while you were ducking.
Well,
it happened to be in a couple of stages.
Like including like enemies that are right next to you. If you stand back up, it sometimes hits you.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. It is such a weird hitbox.
Well, that's not good. Okay, ellipsis break. Oh, there we go. We've got solid progress on Ellipsis's screen. Still in second place, but honestly, if Ellipsis makes it to the boss, we may see a lead change. Now, the money here isn't just for a score. The money that you collect is spent in shops at the end of each stage. However, if you get a game over, you do lose all the money that you had collected up until that point. So that could make a huge difference for the players. Willard, unfortunately, dying to Vine Boss, aka climbing to just the right height and then jumping over to grab onto a vine.
Yeah, and the thing is, you really do want to try and get at least one of the shot upgrades. The first one on the left is okay, but the two further on are just both really good in this game.
Basically, well, it makes sense. Like, an upgrade is always... JK, it's not always going to be better. Is usually better than not having an upgrade. I'm just remembering, like, Fester's Quest and how much, like,
and Ellipsis
upgrade
did
5
not
and
fall
6
for the troll.
Oh, Ellipsis fighting the lady. She turned into a spider. I don't like that. Yeah, a fire-breathing spider, because that's how spiders work in Wardner land. I love that chat is like, Ellipsis didn't buy that. Yeah. I would say that, like, we know Ellipsis has landed hits on the boss, and thus that's a little bit of a lead here. Otherwise, I think, the biggest thing, you have to deal enough hits that you can kill the boss before it pushes you all the way against the right side of the screen. So you have to get consistent. Do not take your time. Okay, ooh, we got the wavy fireball. I think that's going to take a little while to get used to, but it still is going to be significantly better than the arch fireball.
Well, it is and it isn't, because a lot of the enemies hitting them in this stage, you want to have kind of that arch. Meanwhile, Ellipsis is on to stage 3, and these knights in the beginning, you cannot hit them. You have to hit them from behind.
Okay.
Now there's one of the weapon upgrades where it goes up just a little, so you can duck and hit them. But for the most part, if you don't have that, you're stuck ducking and then shooting them from behind.
Yeah, that's a little rough, but oh geez, the mage jumped into the air to dodge Ellipsis break and then threw a fireball down. I love it. That's what I love in video games, when enemies with very basic AI look like they're reacting to you, but they're absolutely not. They're just on a fixed cycle that trolls you. Good stuff. Oh, geez. I do not like these lava fire pit thingies. A lot of the sprites in this game are pretty, though. I like this.
Yeah. And now Ellipsis has got to where we've got the Firebird. And the Firebird is interesting because it gives you a one-time large jump. And if you get it and you use it once, you're done, and then you can't get up to those items.
Aha! And that's really helpful because the crystal, the large crystal gives you an extra shot. You can have up to 8 shots on the screen at a time, but only if you've collected the upgrades. Now, question, if you get a game over, do you still hold on to the shop upgrades that you got before?
As long as it's not a full game over, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, Willard passed the first steam here. Honestly, I think Willard, you know, it may... Oh, Willard, you can't jump and second guess yourself.
Ooh,
oh!
And Ellipsis has found the third boss. The bouncy dragon.
The bouncy dragon. The dragon doesn't bounce, it's just the dragon's balls that bounce.
Yeah. And again, this is not a hard boss. I believe that this boss in the arcade version is actually just one of the normal dragons. This boss doesn't show up until the boss rush.
Really? Interesting. But there we go. Ellipsis break is through, and I know phrasing. Shut up. You gotta talk about, they were bouncing balls. The ball bounced. It's
and Ellipsis
fine.
is about to find one of the trolls in this stage. The long ladders usually lead to boulders falling on your head.
Yeah, this game is a little cruel. And absolutely
I think, though,
isn't
that
fair.
Ellipsis's early resets are helping, because Ellipsis got to the second stage with I think 6 full continues after resetting a bunch in stage 1.
Ellipsis has officially said in Discord that one was just bad design, and yep, welcome to Wardner! You know, most of this game actually has had pretty solid, like, design decisions. At the very least, like, its execution. If you're good at playing the game, you're going to be able to get through a decent amount of things. But like that, it's just pick a ladder, and there's no way to know if it's going to kill you or not. Actually, the only time that I find that type of design decision alright is if the game, like, if it doesn't punish you too severely after you die. Like, I want to be the guy, overly cruel, overly sadistic, but it also gives you a decent number of checkpoints where you can deal with it, you know?
Yeah, and this section that Ellipsis is in, I believe none of it is actually necessary. It's a distraction.
So where do you go?
There's a jump where you have to make a jump across a pit to get to another area.
Well, that's not nice. Although, part of me also feel... I don't know. I feel multiple ways about it. But honestly, if you're not doing a collect-a-thon, why have optional areas unless those optional areas have really, really good items? Or at least items that are going to help you in the long run. That's pretty much the only time that Oh, Willard doesn't trust the girl. Get a little closer to her, okay? There we go. There we go. Trust is no longer an issue. Go to the right. Okay, she's coming. She's coming. Okay. Willard gonna have to jump and hit her in the face. Luckily, with the wave fireball, this may be a little bit easier.
He's got more range, so that he can avoid a lot of the boss's attacks. He just has to make sure he gets rid of the boss before she corners him.
Yeah, unfortunately, Willard is not getting a lot of hits here. Unfortunately, if you shoot right at the top of your jump, it often isn't going to hit. You got to hit her square in the face. And there we go. Willard, unfortunately, not able to take the boss down, but that was a very good attempt. I think Willard's got it next time. Just got to hit her square in the face. What is my favorite video game where you have to jump across a pit to progress? Asked Chad. I think that Platformer is my favorite video game where you do that. Yeah. Ellipsis, unfortunately, back to the beginning of the game. Not too much of a surprise, and honestly, like,
Yeah,
I would say
was
hitting
kind
the
of a
reset
little-
button is not a bad idea at some point.
Well, I was kind of a little confused because I thought he still had 3 continues, and he just reset.
I mean, when you're this far into the game, into a match, and you see the half-hour mark come along, it sometimes is a good idea to just take that reset and start all the way over. Why? It gives you a little bit more of a chance to get shop upgrades so that your final push is actually a really, really good push. Considering that this game is not the shortest game in the world, you want to make sure that you have time on a good attempt. I actually think it's a really wise decision by Ellipsis Break to reset around the half-hour mark.
And see, this is where I have a little bit of a problem with the first upgrade, is that it's really hard to get consistent damage on the first couple, or on the second boss especially. With that, there's one that combines the 2 shots. That one, there's no way they're gonna have early in the game. It's the Power of the Sun. But it is a Willard is having real trouble hitting this boss right now because he keeps missing with the shots to hit below the hitbox or above the hitbox.
Yeah, I think Magic of the Moon is probably the way to go. Ellipsis Break, grab the first one, which is Power of the Star.
Yeah.
Honestly, I still think that it's worth... I still think this is an improvement from the basic shot, though. It's just, you have to get used to a different trajectory. And if you can, then this works out just fine. I mean, again, it's kind of Fester's Quest syndrome in that, like, the shots are... can miss, even if you're trying to shoot in a very specific straight line. It's frustrating, but it's doable. And Willard is getting a lot of damage on Miss Spider Lady here. She's pretty cool. I think this might be a boss clear if Willard can, like, connect enough of these shots here. Yeah, there we go. Willard is through. Cannot buy anything because of the game overs. And we are at the half-hour mark. Again, at this point, is something, like, I would suggest... for people watching, if you do make it this far in a game where it seems like there's a reasonable chance you would have to go back to the beginning of the game, maybe gather a little knowledge here, maybe play a little bit more, but consider, is it better for me to keep going or start over so that I actually have a better chance of making progress? Or so I have a better chance of actually, like, buying the shop upgrades that appear to be extremely helpful based off of the first purchase that I made.
And, like, there are the things in the shop that give you extra hits, like you can buy the cloak.
Yeah, you know, I'm not too convinced that this is necessarily a terrible game. It definitely is cruel, but I kind of enjoy this still. I love the music, the platforming is ridiculous.
It's trolly, is what it is. It's hard, it's trolly, but I don't consider it awful. That's why I enjoy playing.
Oh my gosh. Stage 2 music is pretty good. I still think I like the title screen music the best so far. Maybe Stage 1 music is really good.
And I do agree with Ellipsis on one thing, is like, Stage 4 is really bad at game design in general.
Yeah.
Willard had the jump, but he hit his head. Now he doesn't have the jump anymore, so he can't get to the upper items.
I mean, yeah, if you don't make the first jump, you just aren't gonna get that. That's like a one-time mistake. You'll make that mistake once, and then next time you go through that area, you're gonna do it the right way.
Ellipsis' response says, "Why is it like that? First death of the run, and it's that."
Which death was it?
I didn't see. I just saw his response in the channel.
Honestly, though, any death in here, you're gonna die. Everything kills you, okay? Like, I'm sorry, Dover sucks.
He might have taken the zip line.
Oh. Amazing. But yeah, Dover is a weak little boy just trying to save his girlfriend. And there we go, Willard on to the next stage. The bouncy ball dragon is dead, and we are on to the maze that isn't actually a maze if you know where to go.
Well, that's any maze.
No, the mazes are still mazes. If there's one jump you have to do in this game, and it bypasses the maze, then it's not a maze anymore. It's just you go straight. However, if you still have to go through a whole bunch of windy corridors, then it is still a maze. Okay, the Windows XP screensaver, still a maze. Or Windows 95, 98, whatever, it's still a maze. And it you know, you collect the things that flippity upside down, and it's a little confusing, but it's fine. Xandra, by the way, I know I didn't acknowledge this, but Xandra saw a mouse and was very excited. And hopefully we see some more of the cute rodents on this game.
Yeah, and Willard is convinced that this is progress to be in this room.
I mean, if a door...
matter.
Wait, the door can open back up? What the crap?
He used the key to open it back up.
What key?
The key. I got a key. You got one there, and to see it goes off the screen.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a very cool and fair video game. Can you kill this guy here?
I'm pretty sure you can, but it's just a waste of time.
Unless it actually gives you a shortcut. Ah! Willard! I'm laughing so much. I love this. Trying to attack from off screen. Honestly, maybe when you kill him, you get a key. And if you keep him slightly off screen, you can kill him. Yeah. Okay, Willard, you've killed him. I think Willard has realized, nah, this is a troll. I'm gone. Yeah, every time you kill him, you get a key, but this game's just kind of a butt. I love the rave zombies there. They're kind of adorable. Okay, we have Dragon Boss that just sends a fantastic fireball to Willard. This game is so trolly at this point, but I think that Willard may move into the lead in just a little bit. A lot of deaths happening, though. Like, this game doesn't slow down. It just keeps adding and adding punishment. Okay, Bouncy Ball Dragon for Ellipsis. Ellipsis is almost back to level 4 again. Yeah, it seems like once you know the earlier levels, it's easy.
Jump over the top of the dragon and fall down.
Beautiful.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, Willard is like, I want to make the jump to the right. And once you start falling straight down in this game, you don't have any air control, so I can understand that thought.
Ooh, Ellipsis has picked up one of the other upgrades.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see the shot and see my opinions about it. Do shot? Can you do shot? So some people may wonder, Ellipsis has a cape and Willard does not. The cape in this game is actually a one-time use item that prevents you from taking damage. Okay, yeah, I believe you do need to kill that dragon in order to get through this.
You have to jump. You have to jump across to the other side.
Yeah, so Willard was doing it
there was one
correctly.
other way.
Nope. Well, maybe. I don't know.
But you'll see his shot.
Yeah,
real
this.
quick. It's like a machine gun shot.
I think that's probably gonna help quite a bit. It looks like Willard actually had more than one cape, which is great. So if you collect more than one cape, you have a few extra HP.
I think he had the needle and thread. So you can have the needle and thread and the cape, and they'll each take a hit. For you.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, Ellipsis just not risking it. I would have been tempted to try to jump to the right, but that would be a very risky jump. What about this fairy? What does the fairy do?
It blocks shots, so it is really good for doing this. But I think Willard is kind of stuck now.
Yeah, unless Willard can get up and have the fairy like block a few things. I don't know. Ladder strap might actually work as long as you.
It looks like it's yeah.
Oh my
there we
gosh,
go.
that was great, Willard. Yeah, that's something that I wouldn't have thought of. The fairy definitely helped out blocking some of the fireballs there. Oh my gosh! Insta kill with the fairy.
The cape. No, the cape saved him.
Willard had a cape.
There's nowhere to go. That was a dead end.
Willard had a cape? I didn't see any cape.
He either had that or he had the needle and thread because the fairy doesn't kill enemies.
Really?
Just blocks shots.
Okay. Well, either way, that's pretty good. Uh-oh, Willard sees the weapon upgrade, but I would be a little skeptical as well. Nope, that was fine.
Oh, Willard's dead.
This game is absolutely fair and well balanced and made by humans for humans, I promise.
Okay, yeah, that's the jump that he has to make is up there.
Oh, there's a cute little dragon of sorts, I think. Yeah, he at least breathes fire. I like him. However, bypassing the
Ellipsis
dragon...
is getting close to the top of the stage. I think he's... He took a death there, but I think he's close to the boss.
Now, the thing is, like, one thing to note is that, you know, games with surprise trolls in them, they can seem like they're purely random, but at the same time, you can often start detecting a pattern for what the game devs want you to do or how they want to punish you. And if you can figure out that pattern, then you can often start making a hefty amount of progress. Willard noted there are platforms going up or there's a ladder that goes out of view. I probably don't want to go up that ladder and instead try this really dangerous platforming. And the dangerous platforming was correct.
Oh, and now Ellipsis is dealing with this dragon. Now you can duck under the high air.
Gotcha. Considering that if you can keep the enemy off screen, but still spawned, you can kill them with no danger. And here we go. Boss number... What is this?
It's a worm.
Well,
It'll fire a high shot and then a low shot that spreads apart. Other than that, it doesn't really do.
Oh, so it's just ugly. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You can be
One
ugly.
thing to note about this game is that when you get to the boss rush, the bosses have different patterns than what they did in the prior stages.
Of
So you
course.
get annihilated.
Okay, Willard, it is
expect it.
boss time. You ready? You ready for Worm? Because you're Worm. Yeah, luckily this boss is like super trivial. As long as you don't like start to try to galaxy brain this, like there's no way it's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
And
I think they both did very well with that boss.
Ellipsis.
Let's see if
oh my
Ellipsis
gosh,
can figure out these eggs.
you do have to shoot egg, and luckily Ellipsis appears to have made the egg go up and get stuck up. That's great.
Yeah.
Willard onto level with egg as well. Yeah, we saw this in Kusog7ande before. This is one of the levels that like I remember it existing, and I remember that I do not want to play this because of a level like this. Look at the background. It's hideous. This is not okay. If your interior designer for your house suggests this pattern, they're wrong.
Yeah, the eggs go from where you shoot them, so they can bounce either upward or downward.
Whee! Ooh, okay.
And Ellipsis has figured out the zip line.
Just gotta drop before you die.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
But both
Willard,
players
I was scared.
Yeah, both players are in a really good spot here at this stage 5.
Yeah, honestly, even though Ellipsis is definitely a little bit in the lead, it's not a huge lead. Oh, thank you, Justin. Justin brought me a little food, so yay, I won't starve.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised neither player died to the egg, but that's good. It means they've understood the meanness of this game somewhat.
Yeah, figuring out how to get egg to do what you want it to do can be a bit frustrating, but there we go. Willard, like, figured out getting the egg to go lower. So what does the clock do? You can collect a clock.
When your time runs out, it adds 30 seconds to your time.
Oh, okay.
In most stages, you're not going to need it. It's really one of the most useless power-ups in this game.
Ah, Willard, no! That's a game over.
It's not a full game over, though.
This is Willard's final continue. We are getting close to the end of time as well. I feel like continue management might end up being a problematic thing for Willard, though, because if he gets a full game over at this point, that is possibly going to be his last attempt.
I mean, knowing where to go with a bunch of the stages, he could get back here. This is not a long thing, especially since a lot of his time in the last run, and he started it around 27-minute mark. A lot of his lost time was in the maze stage, so he could get back here if he games over, but he's running out of time to have another run if he games over.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It would be very close.
I
Willard,
think both players are in the exact same spot.
yes.
I think though Ellipsis fell down here, so Ellipsis is still in the lead.
No, Willard, the egg got you. And unfortunately,
and notice, the egg got him and took him all the way down, so his checkpointing put him back down at the beginning.
welcome to Wardner, everybody, where everything is wrong. Willard, 1 life left. Although that's 1 extra life.
Ellipsis agrees, this checkpoint is bad. The thing about Wardner is your checkpoint is based off where your body ends up, so if you're dying and you fall, it takes the lower portion of things.
Yeah, I think Ellipsis is doing a little bit of Like, I prefer Ellipsis's way of doing the egg, although Willard's is working as well. As long as you get the egg out of the way, it ends up working. Getting it lower or higher, either way is fine. Just do it. And don't jump off this thing too early, because if you do, you will die. And if you jump off it too late, you'll hit spikes and you'll die. The zip line's evil. I like these little lava lumps, though. Willard is on his last life, yeah. So a game over here, you could catch back up.
But it's
13
not
minutes?
likely.
Oof.
That is really tight. And this is Ellipsis's last continue, but I think Ellipsis got up a little higher before falling back down.
We'll see. Willard getting up to the very top, it looks like.
Yep. Oh no! Back down.
No! Oh, poor Ellipsis. Willard making it across these Kool-Aid ghosts.
Depending on where Ellipsis got, Willard may be in the lead.
Yeah, honestly, like, I think Willard has passed where Ellipsis made it to.
I think so too.
It's just all of this game is hitbox. Like, seriously, hitboxes are the biggest villain in this game. So just make sure you are, like, taking a little bit of time. Oh my gosh, Willard!
Yeah, I think
Don't
Willard
scare
is
me like
lead
this.
because Ellipsis has fallen back down, and there was nowhere to fall down there. Nowhere to fall all the way back down anyway.
Okay. Good. Let the Kool-Aid go splat. Unlike the actual Kool-Aid Man, they can't break walls or ceilings. They just explode. And here we
Willard's
go.
on to boss 5.
Yeah, Willard is 100% in the lead and has dealt some damage. We have seen hits on the boss, but we haven't seen...
And that's Willard's last life.
Game over indeed. Oh, what?
They have another continue.
Can you get extra continues?
No, I think we misread where his continues were.
There's no way. We both saw 0.
Then I've never seen someone get another continue in this game. I may be wrong. If there was a point total that he got another continue, congratulations to him. Okay, so Ubi says that it was 2, not 0. So Willard is on.
How does 2 look like? Well, this font kind of sucks. Okay, credit 0. That is a full game over. Okay.
And I don't think there's any way to track damage on the boss, so unless Ellipsis beats it, I think that Willard's gonna win.
Yeah, if there's not a clear like phase change for the boss, I would agree with that. Although the speed run for Genesis is 12 minutes and 18 seconds. That's the world record right now. So if Willard does keep playing, then Willard could potentially get back to where he was, but it is very... it would be difficult. But honestly, this is something that, like, I'm not going to tell the players that they should keep playing, because at this point, like, Willard could potentially get caught back up there. But honestly, that's a judgment call that is up to them to make and not me as somebody who runs this. Ellipsis is at the boss that got Willard. We got to see, is Ellipsis able to either get a phase change or kill this boss? Still a lot of credits. There's a lot of a chance here. And if Ellipsis does, that will be a very clear lead change. Oh my gosh. These jumps are ridiculous, though.
I'm not sure you can duck under those. Or
you might have to bait out the bullets to be a little bit higher. That's what I would probably try doing.
Do that with the first two, but I'm trying to remember if you can. Nope, you can't duck under them, so you do have to jump in between. And that is a nasty. This boss is. Oh, he made the jump. Good. Oh, jumped too early there, though.
It happens. I mean, honestly, this is going to be a large deciding factor. Can anybody beat this boss? If Ellipsis gets through this boss, that is a definite lead and almost 100% going to be a victory at that point. Unfortunately, Ellipsis keeps getting a little bit greedy, but there are a lot of continues at this point. Like,
yeah, it's either you have to jump up or over both together, or you have to jump in between, and neither of them are easy to do.
Oh yeah, any amount of progress at this point is good progress. So, like, Ellipsis does not know that this boss could be the deciding factor. We do.
Yeah. Let's see. Tristan is saying that he's pretty sure Ellipsis has done more damage, but we have no way to know for sure, and that's my problem.
Yeah.
Is there's no health on this one.
Yeah, I would say that if there's a visible change, then we could go ahead and confirm that. But because there is no visible health, we do not know how much damage this weapon is doing. That's generally how we do it. If there is a definite visible way to tell, or heck, an auditory way for us to tell that a boss is damaged more for somebody than somebody else, then yes, we can use that. But honestly, I do not. Oh, there we go. The boss is down. That is a solid lead change.
Yep, Ellipsis is into the final stage.
Oh my goodness, that is exciting. Yeah, and guess what? Oftentimes we talk about who is in the lead and who's not, and sometimes it doesn't even matter, because as soon as we have this whole discussion, somebody beats the boss and moves into a solid lead, and now we know. I remember this level. This is essentially the boss gauntlet here, for those who don't know. These masks are the worst, though. I love it. Like, remember, somebody saw that and they're like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair and well balanced. Good luck. Have fun. These mud golems are a little bit annoying to deal with if you don't have any upgraded weapons. I do recall this being kind of a nightmare area that Ellipsis is in. Yeah, I'm not going to call it because, you know, Ellipsis could potentially make more progress, and I want to see as much of this game as we can. Willard has another Fester's Quest classic, the Loop-de-Loop, that went around the freaking bird just now. Beautiful. Somebody in chat is saying that this game looks like it was made for the rental market, and I'd say that it's more of a symptom of this game being an arcade game originally, and thus being incredibly difficult.
Yeah, this was an arcade game prior, so...
Oh, the stairs.
This looks obnoxious to jump up.
I would say... Honestly, I would probably walk a little bit farther right or left and then try to make the jump, just to make it consistent with how long I'm walking before jumping. I'm very difficult. I have a very hard time like jumping and pushing a direction at basically the same time.
Royal Blue. I agree with Royal Blizzard. This might be the definitive version because it has unique bosses that weren't in the arcade version.
Yeah. Ghosts! 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 Luckily, the rapid fire gun does a fantastic job of dealing with ghosts. Oh, we've got the masks again.
But I think,
No! Ellipsis!
Carafruit is like, that looping fireball is wow, and I have to just agree.
Okay, still a couple credits. Like, the fact that Ellipsis is this far with this many credits, that's pretty good. Definitely a good sign. Like, I feel like Ellipsis handily took the victory here, partly due to earlier resets, trying out, like, making sure that Ellipsis was able to buy a higher value upgrade from the store. And yeah, that went a long way. Just finishing stage 1 where you can get this rapid fire, I think that was probably the deciding factor.
Stage 2. I think they saved their gold and bought it going into stage 3. I don't know if they could afford this one out of stage 1 alone. I think they just forgone any upgrades at all and waited till they could afford a better weapon.
You may be correct. With that said, this dragon was kind of being a butt, but Ellipsis finally killed him. Let's see, does the dragon stay dead if you have killed him once? He does. Very nice.
Oh, that's rude. Discontinue sent him all the way back to the start. He's doing the entire first part of this over again, I think.
I thought it just had multiple stairs.
If it does, it's there to waste your time.
Oh. Yeah, honestly, that makes me think a little bit of like Barf versus the World. One of the later stages is just really, really cruel.
Oh yeah, the Los Angeles stage. On that hyper fireball, holy crap!
Yeah, the one that gets shot at the angle is very, very annoying. Definitely incredibly difficult to dodge, but we've seen players do it a little bit. Like, I think being closer to the boss actually helps with that specific fireball. Okay, that is time, everybody. We are done with this match. Congratulations to the players, especially to Ellipsis, who managed to take the victory. Speaking of Beetlejuice, was I speaking of Beetlejuice? No, I was speaking of Bart, but I thought of Beetlejuice. Yeah, let me go ahead and welcome them into voice real quick, because I want to talk to them and see what they think. Let me go ahead and wait until they come over. But we do have a very clear victory by Ellipsis Break. Willard, unfortunately, being our first elimination in the bracket, but let me bring him in. Hello there, Willard!
Ah, you scared me. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Boo.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh, this was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it does look like Ellipsis managed to take the victory. Although it wasn't until the last 10 minutes or so, you had the lead at the boss. Actually, like the last 5 minutes or so, Ellipsis managed to beat that boss. Seriously, what a weird dude. Let me see. Here's Ellipsis. Hello. Oh my gosh. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
My microphone is working this time. That's great.
Oh, yay! Hey, congratulations. You took the victory.
Yes,
you made it to the boss rush-ish. Whatever it was, the nightmare, let's climb a bunch of stairs that are very precise jumps over and over and over and over and over again.
I was worried there. How close was it in the end?
Willard had the lead until you killed the stage 5 boss.
Yeah, Willard would have... Yeah, the weird like rock boss that had the big gem inside of it when you killed it. That was the deciding factor there. And
that boss was the worst.
Yeah, what the crap?
I was relieved when I got past that boss.
I just couldn't figure out I just kept missing the jump timing on whenever it would fire low. I was like, oh, I can duck under this. Nope. And then I was like just trying to bait the shots and I couldn't get it. And I'm more just mad that I wasted so many game overs on that spider boss because I think my weapon just... Because I'm assuming... Does it have like particular hitboxes? Like if it flashes, then you're dealing damage? I feel like the power-up that I got just made me kept missing the spider boss's hitbox. So I kept on
we were commenting on that is that you were having trouble with the hitbox.
Which power-up was that?
The first one, the moon, the crescent.
Yeah, Willard didn't get any of the other power-ups for the weapons. Ellipsis got which one?
He got the loop-de-loop.
Yeah, my first run, I just used the default weapon. My second run, my successful run, I bought the first weapon early, and then I was able to upgrade to the third weapon. And the third weapon is this rapid-fire beam of all your ammo at once, and it just DPSs everything down. I think that's probably what made the difference.
Yeah, that would probably do it.
Yeah, the rapid-fire beam seemed pretty dang strong, especially for any enemies that were one-hit kill. Just the stream of quick bullets, bam, they're down. I'm not sure if it was a little bit weaker on dealing damage to bosses. There were a lot of enemies that
seemed spongy, but as soon as I had that weapon, I just one-tapped them.
Yeah.
Ellipsis, can I confirm something with you? Around the 30-minute mark, you were in stage 4, and then suddenly you were back at the start. Did you reset, or were you out of continues? Because I thought you still had...
I saw that we were reaching the halfway points on time, and I took an intentional reset to get all my continues back.
Aha! Okay. I knew it!
That was a pretty smart strategy.
I knew it! I knew that's what you were doing, and...
it was a gamble, because... I wasn't 100% sure it was the right call, but I'm glad I did it. It worked out.
Yeah,
it did, because that when you got your upgraded shot, because you understood the paths a little bit more, it made things a lot easier.
Yeah. We went back and forth about whether or not that was the right move, and I was like,
see what the highest shot was, because.
Yeah, I was like, I think Ellipsis Break is doing this on purpose and that this is a good decision. Mostly because, like, early on the game just punishes. But then as you get better at the game, like, each playthrough gets longer and longer. And I'm not 100% sure Willard would have made more progress after resetting and getting a better weapon. But he could have. And it's really just...
I was pretty content with the first upgrade, and then when I game overed and went back in because I was like, I want to see what these other weapons are, and I got the loop-de-loop, and I was like, I'm really glad I didn't get this one.
The Fester's
what was really amazing.
Bad.
What was really amazing is in stage 5 you both fell down and had to reset your checkpoint because it goes from where your body ends up.
Yeah, that was really
Willard
good. I'm glad it wasn't
just and made it all the way to
that was the worst checkpoint. What is wrong with them? Why did they make it like that?
Ellipsis had it happen twice, if I'm not mistaken. And I was thinking Ellipsis might be so angry at this that...
More than twice. It happened a lot of times.
Okay. I was really thinking Ellipsis might be so mad at this
that
he's just going to stop playing.
There are so many precise jumps they want you to make, and if you just miss one of a large number of jumps that are really precarious, you will die to fall damage, and the fall damage will happen by the previous checkpoint, and you'll go back.
Yeah. It's bad. It's mean. And why is it that way? I don't know. It's a port of an arcade game that had to steal all your money, so maybe that's why.
And I noticed Willard got got kind of
Oh, and can you
sidetracked by
talk
the
about the
old
ladders that
stage
drop
water.
boulders on you when you try to climb them?
Yeah!
Why are there 3 of those?
Yeah! Willard, I saw figured out, like, I saw there was a decision to either do these jumps with enemies shooting at you or go to the ladder on the left. And Willard was like, I'm not even trying that ladder. And I think that was a wise decision because it would have killed you. It's really...
Oh, the long one right at the beginning? I did get hit by
Yeah.
a boulder one later.
there was
all
one
the long ladders
towards the
stage
end
drop
of the
boulders.
stage
Mhm.
that there was the climb where you had to jump back and forth between platforms going up while enemies were shooting at you. So you had to time your
Mhm.
jumps to dodge the bullets. And I saw the ladder at the left, and I was like, Willard may decide to go over there. But I think Willard has also already figured out what the devs they're going to try to push you away in order to make it feel like the easy way so they can drop a boulder on your head. And I think Willard has already figured that out.
I maybe, I don't know. I just felt like I got the rhythm down, so I was like, all right, I got this. Let's keep going, and who knows, maybe there's a power-up or a fairy or something up here.
Yeah, honestly,
I,
it was the right call there.
I was so confused when I got to that level, and there's like the dude that you talk to, and he's like, you gotta get rid of the foul beast. And then it was just time waste. I just wasted so much time like fighting the rock guy and getting the keys. I'm like, what am I doing? What is the point of this?
It's a distraction.
Yeah. But that kind of stinks to know that you're leading up until the last 5 minutes and then lose. But, that's Kusog for you. That's mystery.
Yeah, and honestly, don't feel bad about how you did. You did fantastic.
Oh, I
It's
don't.
just, that's the way the Kuso...
Yeah, and this is my first ever Kuso, so I told myself, if I can make brackets, that'd be sick, and then anything else is just extra, so...
Yeah, making it into brackets is really difficult, and you did fantastic this year. I'm really glad that you came and joined us. With that said, we do need a saying to put on your tombstone, so do you have any last words, Willard?
Eat lasagna.
Oh, I like those words.
And then in very fine print, or be cursed forever.
Or be cursed forever? Oh my gosh, you gotta do it, everybody. If you don't, Willard's curse is here to get you. Well,
watch out for that.
Yeah, watch out. Thank you so much. Eat lasagna or be cursed forever, everybody. Thank you as well, Ellipsis. Go on and keep kicking some booty in the losers bracket. We've got a lot of bracket left, and I'm really excited to see how you do.
See you next time.
And Time Stalker, thank you for reviving this classic. I forgot how much I love this game. I love it. I think that it's flawed, but really, really fun, especially to watch and not play.
Well, I try and give out games that I feel are fun, especially when both players chose me. I felt that I'd want to give them something rude but fun.
Well, good. We'll let y'all go. Take care.
Have a good one.
See ya! Everybody, Kusog7ande, we are on... Yeah, sorry, Ellipsis, bye! Everybody, let me go ahead and reveal that we have a match today that is actually the winner's bracket round 2. So I will show the background here and take a small break because I gotta run away to the restroom. Be back in a minute.